windy out there. As you can see, my stovepipe came in, and I've got a fire going, and I don't want to open it up right now because it hasn't been going for long, and I want to give it every chance to get the stove well heated. Then I'll open it and put more wood in. But I decided to do something a little different. Instead of setting it on a 55-gallon drum lid, I looked around and found this, which came out of a scrapped old refrigerator. I say old because it's steel. Those things are made of plastic now. But I used to water my hogs in this thing until I fed them and or watered them in it. I don't remember. But I put JB Weld. It had some holes in it. Intentional holes, you know, I think. But I JB welded those up years ago when I was using it for that purpose. I'll tell you what, there's not a whole lot of fire in there yet. Although, you know, you saw the smoke, there is a fire in it. But it's still warm enough in here to take my jacket off. But I'm up here. I've got my my little Taurus Tracker 44 Magnum Snubby on me right now, loaded with some 44 specials. And I was shooting it a little bit earlier. But anyway, here we are. And it was warm for a few days, 50s and 60s Fahrenheit, of course. And then it rained for 2 or 3 days incessantly. And now it's cooling off again. So that's good. Yesterday I was thinking, if it's not raining today, I'm either going to do this or go for a ride on the hog, depending on if it's still warm or if it's getting chilly. And so you can see which direction it went, because here we are in the tent. And I was looking at this pole here just a little while ago, and it's aluminum. Of course, it's, you know, swedged, and it's sections that fit together. So it's not an unbelievably good electrical connection, but it might be good enough. And it's about probably 7.5 feet long. And that's really close to the right length for a 10-meter vertical. Of course, it goes all the way to ground level, but it's got a plastic cap on the bottom of it, so for low power that's probably good enough. And I was thinking about connecting the little Anytone Smart radio to it, and I may do that yet. I probably will. I don't know if I'll do it today or not, but I might. And just tap into it, and probably the best thing to do will be to bring one of my small antenna tuners up here and just tap in right here instead of down at the very base. That way I can set the radio on my little table and connect right into it, and with a tuner it should be no problem to load that thing up. And it might even be naturally self-resonant at 10 meters. And of course I'll have to run an 8-foot wire out the along the floor, maybe out the door, or just, you know, whatever. Take it around, you know, partially around the perimeter or something. One wire, maybe a couple of wires for a counterpoise. And by doing that, I could probably make some 10-meter contacts. Of course, there's another aluminum pole at the front there, but it's only about 6 feet. And so it's shorter than resonance, and it's far enough away from this that I don't think it'll interfere with the with using this as an antenna. And up here there shouldn't be any problem. There's no, you know, there's no power lines coming up here, no AC wires or anything, and nothing. So it's you know, it should be a good radio location up here. Plus it's up off the valley floor, so gives me a height advantage. And I might just do that. Bring that little radio up here and see what I can tune up on it. But just wanted to touch base with you guys on the camp here. Let you know that it's still going on. Now, the tent did get water in it during the rain, and I mean it rained seriously. We had some flooding, had some closed roads and everything around here, and my sleeping bag and everything back here didn't get wet, but it got some water down here, and it got water in the stove, in fact. And so what happened is it came in obviously through the stove jack and ran down along the stove pipe, and I don't have that sealed up. And I wouldn't want to go to sleep with that still going without putting some cement around that. They make, you can buy it at Tractor Supply or whatever. They make refractory cement that's designed for sealing up stuff like that. And you can get it in a little pint can or something, and it works well. That's what I did when I took this set up to Southwest Texas and camped. I got some of that stuff and sealed it up. But you know, if you were just staying in something like this and you didn't have something like that, and it got cold enough that you really needed to keep a fire going, you could take your digging tool and go out there and dig up some clay and pack it around that, and I'm sure that would work to seal it up. But anyway, that's it for right now.